morning to all of you. Good morning, all respected teachers. Students, in the last two lessons, we have started the chapter Operation on Rational Numbers. Okay. In this chapter, we studied 4 basic operation on rational number. After that, we studied numbers in between rational numbers. Now, numbers in between rational number, from this we take some example. Okay, now our today's topic is decimal form of rational number. But before we started our today's topic, we take small revision of the last lesson, that is numbers in between rational numbers. Okay, now see on your screen, that is our today's topic is welcome in our online class, all students. Our today's content is, see next slide. Our today's content is decimal form of rational number. Okay, main topic is operation on rational numbers. After that, our subtopic is decimal form of rational number. First, before we started, we take small revision. Which topic we have to cover today? That is decimal form of rational number in this terminating decimal form and recurring decimal form. Okay. See next slide. See, we have studied this topic, that is numbers in between rational number. First is numbers in between natural numbers. Okay. So see example, write all the natural numbers between 4 and 7. See number line there, in between 4 and 7, which number? That is 5 and 6. We have studied this. Okay, that is 5 and 6. These numbers are in between 4 and 7. So see next example, which is depending upon rational number. Numbers in between rational number. Okay. So see example, write down numbers in between rational number, that is 3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8. In first number line, they're indicated in between 3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8. Which numbers are there? In the second number line, there are given in the circle form. Which numbers are? That is 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8 and 6 upon 8. Means these 3 numbers comes in between 3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8. Which numbers are there? 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8 and 6 upon 8. Now, see next example depending upon it, which we have studied in last lesson. For example, write 3 rational numbers that lies between the 2 given numbers. Which are these numbers? 2 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. Now, the given numbers are 2 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. First of all, when denominator is same, then see the numerator value, that is 2 and 6. First of all, we have to find out the numbers in between 2 and 6. Which are these values? 3, 4 and 5. In between the number 2 and 6. Which numbers are there? 3, 4 and 5. Therefore, take denominator 7 in between 2 upon 7 and 6 upon 7. Which numbers are there? 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7 and 5 upon 7. Means in between 2 upon 7 and 6 upon 7, which 3 number are there? 3 upon 7, 4 upon 7 and 5 upon 7. Okay. Now see next example. Next example, that is write 3 rational numbers that lies between the 2 given numbers. Okay. Which 2 numbers? 5 upon 7 and 11 upon 7. So the given numbers are 5 upon 7 and 11 upon 7. Here is also denominator is same, that is 7. Now see numbers in between 5 and 11. Which numbers are in between 5 and 11? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which numbers are in between 5 and 11? 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Then take denominator, that is 5 upon 7. Which numbers are in between 5 upon 7 and 11 upon 7? That is 6 upon 7, 7 upon 7, 8 upon 7, 9 upon 7 and 10 upon 7. Means these numbers are comes in between 5 upon 7 and 11 upon 7. We have to write down only 3 rational numbers in between them. Okay, we can write any 3 number, that is 6 upon 7, 8 upon 7 and 9 upon 7. We studied this topic in last lesson. It's only for your understanding. I have taken the revision, small revision of this topic. Okay. Now see, our today's topic is decimal form of rational number. Okay. Let's recall, you all are studied this topic in previous standard also. Okay. So see, we have learned that multiply and divide decimal fraction. See, first 35.1 divided by 10. When we divide to 35.1 by 10, then decimal point is move at left side by 1 place. Okay. See, that is 35.1 multiply. We separated this into 1 upon 10. 1 upon 10. So in next step, that is 351 divided by 10. Why there is 10? Because we remove decimal point from 35.1, and when we remove 1 point, one point from one place, then take 10 at the denominator. Now multiply numerator with numerator, then we get 351 divided by 100. Now when we divide a decimal fraction by 100, then by moving the decimal point 2 places to the left, we see that is when we divide to 351 by the 100 is then move point to the left by 2 places. Okay. Then in next step, 35.1 divided by 100 is equal to, separate it as like first step, that is 35.1 upon 1 into 1 upon 100. Now when we remove decimal point, then take 10 as denominator. Why we take there 10? Because we remove decimal point from 1 places. Okay. If point is after before 5, means is there 3.51, then we have to take 100 at denominator. But we remove point from 1 places. That's why we take 10 as denominator. Now we get 351 divided by 10 into 1 upon 100 is equal to 351 divided by 1000. Now there is at the denominator there is 1000. Okay. When there is 1000, we have to move the decimal point left to 3 places. Means we get 0.3351. Okay. Now when we multiply to decimal fraction by 10, means 35.1 into 10, then we get the decimal point move at right side by one place. Okay, means we get 351.0. Now when we multiply by 1000 to this value, then point or decimal point move at right place by 3 digit, means we get 35,100. If there is no value, no number, then take 0. Okay, here after 1 there is no any value, so we take 20 because we have to move the decimal point at right by 3 places. Okay, then we get 35,100.0. Thus we see that we can divide a decimal fraction by 100 by moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. To multiply by 1000, we move the point 3 places to the right. Okay. At the bottom of this slide, there is 1.35 is equal to, we take, when we remove decimal point, which is after 2 digits, means take 100 at the denominator. Okay. When we multiply it by 100 and 100, there is no effect because we multiply to numerator also and denominator also. Now we get 13,500 divided by 10,000. So see next slide. For example, write the rational number 7/4 in decimal form. Okay. Now we can write 7 as 7.00 also. But first of all, divide 7 by 4. See, in the answer, that is divide to 7 by 4. 4 ones are 4. When we minus 4 from 7, we get 3. Now 3 is not divisible by 4. Why? Because 3 is smaller value than 4. Okay. Now we have to divide 3 by 4. Take one decimal point after the 1 in a quotient. See there, after 1 there is decimal point. When we take decimal point, we can add 0. Okay, at on the 3. Now we get 30 there. We get 30. Now 4 7s are 28. Means when we minus 28 from 30, we get 2. Now why we take 0 there? Because we take decimal point on the after the 1. So we get 20 there. Okay. Now 4 5s are 20. And 20 minus 20, we get remainder 0. When we minus 20 from 20, remainder is 0. Now see, our quotient is 1.75 or 1.75. This is quotient. 4 is divisor and remainder is 0 0. Okay. When we get remainder as 0 0, that means this is the terminating form. Okay. When we get remainder 0 0, then this is called as a terminating form of decimal point. Okay. Now all of you understand, students, this type? Have you any question regarding this? Okay, all of you understand. Okay. See next question. See next question. I think all of you understand this type. Okay. When we get remainder as 0 0, then this is called as a terminating form or non-recurring form of the rational number. Okay. Now see how we can solve one example by number of ways. For example, write 2 1/5 in decimal form. We shall find the decimal form of 2 1/5 by 3 different ways. First of all, convert it into improper fraction, that is 5 to the 10 plus 1 is equal to 11 divided by 5. Okay. By first method, first of all, we have to find the decimal form of 1/5. Okay. The first method, divide to 1 by 5 means 2 is not taken there, only 1/5 is there. Okay. Divide to 1 by 5. 1 is not divisible, we can't divide to 1 by 5. Okay. So take 0 and then decimal point is there. 5 0 0, that is 1 minus 0, we get 1. Now after 0, take 1 decimal point, then we get 10. Okay. Now 5 to the 10, and when we minus 10 from 10, we get 0 0. Means 10 minus 10, we get 0 0. Now our remainder is 0, quotient is 0.2. Okay. Now see, when we divide to 1/5, we get quotient 0.2. After that, add 2 add the 0, then we get 2 1/5 is equal to 2.5. This is the one method to solve this example. Now see second method, divide to 11 by 5. Okay. Means which convert it improper fraction, we get 11/5. So divide to 11 by 5. Okay. Now 5 to the 10. So minus 10 from the 11, we get 1. When we minus 10 from 11, we get 1. Now 1 is not divisible by 5 because it is smaller value. That's why we have to take point after the 2. Okay, we take their point. Now we get 10. 5 to the 10, and when we minus 10 from 10, we get remainder as 0 0. Now see, remainder is 0. Answer or the quotient is 2.2. Means same answer is there. In first method also our answer is 2.2. Now in second is also our answer is 2.2. Now see how we can solve this by third method. That is 11/5. First of all, multiply both the numerator and denominator by the value 2. Okay. Then we get 11 into 2 and 5 into 2. Now 11 to the 22 and 5 to the 10. And in first example, we have studied this. When we divide to any number by 10, okay, then there is one decimal point at the left, or move at left by one digit, then we get 2.2. Means by 3 method we get the answer 2.2. These are the different methods to solve these types of example. But mostly we use second method to solve this example. Okay. Which method we mostly use? That is second. All of you understand, student, these 3 methods? Okay. So see next slide on your screen. Do you understand this? Have you any questions? Okay. See example. Write the rational number minus 5/8 in a decimal form. Now there is minus or negative number is there. Okay. Now how we can solve this? First of all, divide 5 by 8. Okay. So take 5. We can't divide to 5 by 8 because 5 is smaller value. So quotient we get 0. Take 0. 8 into 0, we get 0. Okay. 5 minus 0, there is 5. Now take decimal point after 0. Now we get value 50. Okay. Now 8 6 are 48. When we minus 48 from the 50, we get 2. Now there is 20. Why? Because we take decimal point. And when we first we take decimal point, we can take 0 by again and again. Okay. So our quotient is 0.625 and remainder is 0 and divisor is 8. Okay. This is the answer of plus 5 upon 8. Now the decimal form of minus 5 upon 8 is minus 0.625. How we can solve the negative number or negative rational number? In this way. First of all, divide to numerator by denominator. Then we get one quotient there and take minus sign to that quotient. Okay. Now see next example. All of you understand, student, this? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Have any question?
No. No.
Okay. See example. Write the number 5 upon 3 in a decimal form. We have studied the terminating decimal form. Okay. Now see which are the different types of decimal form is also. That is divide to 5 by 3. So 3 ones are 3. Minus 3 from the 5 we get value 2. Now 2 is not divisible by 3 because 2 is a smaller value than 3. Okay. So take decimal point after 1. Now there is 0 on 2, that is the value 20. Now 20 is not in the table of 3, so take smaller value or nearest value to 20, that is 18. 3 6 are 18. Minus 18 from the 20, we get 2. Okay. Now there is again 20, we get 3 6 are 18. Again we minus from 18 from 20, we get 2. When we take 2, again there is 0, then 20. Means this 666 is repeating value. Okay. Means we get quotient as 1.6666, means when we solve, then we get their sixes, same value. Means we can't get here remainder as 0. Means this type of decimal form is called recurring decimal form. Means the after 1.666 this value is repeating there. Means that type of is called as a non-terminating decimal form or the recurring decimal form. Why? Because we don't get their remainder as 0. Okay. We get 1.666. So don't write 66. Take point on 6 there, as like given on the slide. That is 5 upon 3 is equal to 1.666. And in next step, I have written there 5 upon 3 is equal to 1.6. And there is 1 point on top of the 6 there. Okay. To indicate recurring form, write answer in this way, 1.6 and take point on the top of that number. Now see next example, that is for recurring form example. See next example. Write the number 2 upon 11 in a decimal form. In the same way, divide 2 by the 11 Okay, now 2 is smaller value, so divide by 0. When we minus 0 from 2, we get 2. Okay, now take point after 0, decimal point, so we get 20. Now 11 ones are 11. When we minus 11 from 20, we get 9. Then take 0, we get 90. 11 8s are 88. Again, when we minus 88 from the 90, we get 2. Means 20 is repeating. Okay, see, in a second step, there is also 20. After we get 90. Okay, when we minus 88 from 90, we get 2. Means there again 20. Means this value are repeating there. When we take 11 ones are 11 again, we get 90. After that, we take again 11 8s are 88. Means these steps are repeating there. Means in a quotient 1 8 1 8, these values are repeating, and this form is called as a recurring form. Means after the point 1 8 1 8 is repeating. Means it's not necessary repeating only one value. In first example, we have seen that 1.6666 means number 6 is repeating there. In this example, two numbers are repeat, that is 1818. Okay, when two values are repeating, then take one horizontal line on the top of that number as shown in screen or example, that is 0.18. Take one horizontal line on the top of that 18. Okay, this is called as a recurring form or the non-terminating form. Which is the difference in between terminating and recurring? That is, in terminating form, we get remainder 0 there. Means when we divide to any number, it get remainder as a 0. And in a recurring form, there is no remainder. Okay, means remainder is there but not remainder as a 0. Okay, so see next example, that is find the decimal form of 2 1/3. This is in the form of mixed fraction. First of all, convert it into improper fraction. How we can convert it? Multiply to 2 by the denominator, that is 2 3 is 6 plus 1, we get 7 divided by 3. Now divide to 7 by 3. 3 to the 6. When we minus 6 from 7, we get 1. Now 1 is not divisible by 3 because it is smaller value. Okay, so put one decimal point after 2 in a quotient. When we take decimal point, there is 0 on 1. We get 0 on 1. Okay, now 10 is there. 3 3 is 9. When we minus 9 from 10, we get 1. Okay, now when we get 1 and after taking decimal point, 0 is added there, means we get 10. The same step is repeating. Okay, that is 3 3 is 9. When we minus 9 from 10, again we get 1. Again there is 0, means 10 is there. 3 3 is 9. When we minus 9 from 10, means 1 is 1, this value is repeating, means we get 10 10 10. Okay, means remainder is not 0 there, that is the 2.333, means 3 is repeating. That's why this is the recurring form, and we get the answer 2 1/3 is equal to 2.333 up to infinity. That's why how we can write this, that is 2 1/3 is equal to 2.3 and take one point or dot or write dot on the top of that 3 because value 3 is repeating. Means when only one number is repeating, then take point on the top of that number, and when more number are repeating, then take horizontal line on top of that number. Okay, see next example. See next, that is work out the decimal form of 5 upon 6. Okay, see, when we divide to 5 by 6, we can't divide to 5 by 6 because 5 is smaller value than 6. So take 0 point. When we take decimal point, we get 50. Okay. Now we can divide to 50 by 6. 6 8s are 48. 50 is not in the table of 6. That's why take nearest value of 50, that is 48. 6 8s are 48. Minus 48 from 50, we get 2. Okay. Then put 0 on the 2, there is 20. So 6 3s are 18. Minus 18 from 20, we get 2. Again there is 20. Then 6 3s are 18. Minus 18 from 20, we get 2. Means 20, 20 or 2, 2. This is the repeating value. And in the answer, question 3, 3. After 8, 3, 3 is repeating value. Means our answer is 5 upon 6 is equal to 0.8333. Means 3 value is repeating after the 8. It's not necessary that is when point after point numbers are repeating. Okay, means 0.8 after that 3 is repeating. That's why put point on the top of 3. Okay, so we get answer 0.83. This is the decimal form of 5 upon 6. That is 0.83. Students, do you understand the difference between terminating and recurring decimal form?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Have you any question?
No.
Okay. See next example. Now example from practice set 24. Okay. The first example, write the following rational number in a decimal form. 13 divided by 4. Now divide to 13 by 4. 4 3s are 12. Minus 12 from 13, we get 1. Okay. We get 1. 1 is not divisible by 4. So take decimal point after 3. Then we get 10 there. Okay. Now 10, is there 10 in the table of 4? No. So take nearest value. That is 4 to the 8. Minus 8 from the 10, we get 2. Now our value 20. Why we take 0 there? Because we take point after the 3, decimal point. And when we take point after 3, we can add 0 on that number. That is 20. Now 4 5s are 20. 4 5s are 20. When we minus 20 from 20, then remainder we get, that is 0 0. Okay, means this is the which form this? It is terminating decimal form. Okay, why? Because we get remainder as 0. Now our answer is 13 divided by 4 is equal to 3.25. Means some rational numbers have a terminating decimal form while some have recurring decimal form. I think all of you understand the difference in between both. Means when we get remainder as 0, as like this example, this is the terminating decimal form. Okay. Now see second example from the practice set. Write the following rational numbers in a decimal form. Minus 7 divided by 8. And I think I have taken example as like this negative number. Okay. First of all, divide to 7 by 8. That is 7 is smallest value. That's why take 0. Minus 0 from 7, we get 7. After 0, take decimal point. Okay. Now our value is 70. When we add decimal point, then put 0 on that number. Now we get 70. Now 8 8 is 64. When we minus 64 from 70, we get 6. Okay. 60 minus 6, again there is 60. Now 8 7 is 56. Minus 56 from 60, we get 4. And add 0 on 4. Now 8 5 is 40. Now when we minus 40 from 40, we get value 0 0. Means remainder as a 0 0. And quotient is 0.875. But our in question, that is rational number in a negative form. That's why our answer is minus 7 upon 8, and decimal form of minus 7 upon 8 is minus 0.875. This is our answer. Okay. Means it is also terminating decimal form. Why? Because our remainder is 0 0. Okay. See next example from practice set. Next example, write the following rational number in a decimal form. Now, 7 3 upon 5, this is in the form of mixed fraction. Convert it into improper first of all. How we can convert it in an improper fraction? Multiply to 7 by 5 and add the numerator value. Means 7 5 is 35 plus 3. We get 38. Means multiply to 7 by the denominator and add the numerator value. Then we get 38 divided by 5. Okay. Now divide to 38 by 5. 38, we can't divide 38, or 38 is not in the table of 5. So find out nearest value, that is 35. Now 5 7s are 35. Minus 35 from the 38, we get 3. Now we get remainder 3. 3 is not divisible by 5. That's why take decimal point after 7. When we put decimal point after 7, then take 0 on the 3. That is, we get value 30. Now 5 6 is 30, and remainder we get, when we minus 30 from the 30, we get 0 0. Okay, when we minus 30 from 30, we get remainder as 0 0. Now quotient is 7.6 and remainder is 0 0. Means answer is 7 3 upon 5 is equal to 7.6. Okay. This example is also in the form of terminating decimal form. Why? Because remainder we get is 0 0. In given question, 5 is divisor, 7.6 is a quotient, and 0 0 is remainder. Okay. All of you understand, student, this example? How we can convert it into the form of decimal form. Okay. See next example from the practice set. Write the following rational number in a decimal form. Now example is 5 divided by 12. Divide to 5 by 12. We can't divide to 5 because 5 is smaller value than 12. So take 0. 12 0. 12 into 0, we get 0. Now minus 0 from 5, there is 5. Now take one decimal point after 0 And we know that when we take point after 0, okay, we can add 1 0 on the 5. After 5 we take 0 on the 5 because we take decimal point. Now we get 50. 12 for the 48. When we minus 48 from the 50, we get 2. When we minus 48 from 50, we get 2. Okay. Now again take 0 on 2, we get 20. Now 12 ones are 12. When we minus 12 from 20, we get 8. Okay. Now take 0 on 8. 12 6 are 72. When we minus 72 from the 80, we get again 8. Okay. And this is repeating value. Means when 12 6 are 72. When we minus 72 from 80, we get 8. Again there is 80. Again 12 6 are 72 means this is repeating steps. 80 minus 72, 80 minus 72, and quotient is repeating, that is 6 6 6. After 4 1 6 6 6, this repeating. A single digit or a group of digits occur repeatedly. A single digit or group of digits occurs repeatedly on the right of the decimal point. Okay, this type of decimal form of a rational number is called recurring decimal form. See, when a single digit or single number or group of digits is repeatedly occurs on the right of the decimal form. Okay, so this type is called as a recurring form. Means first 3 examples we solve, these are the terminating decimal form or non-recurring decimal form, and this example is recurring decimal form, or we can say non-terminating decimal form. Okay, so our answer is 5 upon 12 is equal to 0.416. We take point on the 6. Okay, but don't draw the horizontal line on the top of 4 and 1, because 4 1 these digits or this value are not repeating. Only 6 is repeating there. Only single digit is repeating. Okay, that's why put the point only on the top of 6. Don't take on the 4 and 1. Why? Because 6 is repeating, 4 1 is not repeating. Okay. Now see next example from the practice set 24.
Please,
Yes.
can you repeat that, please?
Okay. Okay. I think you don't understand this example. Okay. Okay. I will repeat this example again. Our example is 5 divided by 12. Okay. 5 upon 12. Take division of it. Divide to 5 by 12. Now we can't divide to 5 by 12. Why? Because 5 is smallest value than the 12. Okay. So take 0, and when we minus 0 from the 5, we get 5. Now take decimal point after 0, and when we take decimal point after the 0, we can take or we can add 0 on the 5. Means we get there 50, number 50. Okay. Now 50 is not in the table of 12. Yes or no? No. So take the nearest smallest value which is smaller than 50 and nearer, that is 48. That is 48. Okay. So 12 for the 48. Now minus 48 from 50, we get 2. Okay. Then add 0 on 2, we get 20. So 12 ones are 12 and minus 12 from 20, that is 80. Answer is 80. Now add 0 on 8, there is 80. Value is 80. Okay. Now 80 is not in the table of 12. Again, find out smallest nearest value, that is 72. Now 12 6 are 72. Minus 72 from the 80, we get 8. Okay, means 80. Again 80 is repeating. See, in previous step is also 80 minus 72. Then after that is also 80 minus 72. When we take 80 again we get 80, means when we minus 72 from 80, again we get 72. Means these steps are repeating. Okay, means we get the quotient 6, 6, 6 after 41. See, there is 0.416666. Means 41 is repeating there? No, 4 and 1 is not repeating digit. Only 6 is repeating digit. Means a single digit or group of digits occur repeatedly. Here single digit is occur repeatedly. So take point on the top of that number. That is, answer is 5 divided by 12 is equal to 0.416. Okay. Now all of you understand this example? All of you understand, students, this example?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. I think all of you understand two types. That is terminating decimal form and recurring decimal form.
Yes,
There are
Miss.
more example is in also your practice set 24. All of you solve this example. These are example for your homework. Only see last
Yes,
example
teacher.
from the practice set 24. There are more example. Okay. I think more 2 example are there. Solve. These are for your homework. Okay. Have you any question regarding this topic, students? Have you any question regarding this? See, there is more example is 22. Okay, write down this example 22 upon 7 and try to solve. Okay, I think all of you understand how to solve this example.
Yes, Miss.
Divide to 22. Yes. See, in this example, more digits are repeating. That is 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, and 7. Means 6 digits are repeating in this example. Means it's not necessary only 1 digit is repeating or 2 digit is repeating. More number or more digit also repeated in any example. Okay. Now, I think 5, 6, and 7. This example is for your homework. Okay. You can ask me, have you any doubts regarding this topic?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. Write this example, which is for your homework. Thanks to all of you.